Hello friends, welcome to the channel. Today we will know about this very famous novel A House for Mr. Biswas by V.S. Naipaul. As I suggest you always, please prepare thoroughly for whatever kind of exam you are preparing for, subjective or objective, and please do not forget to share and subscribe this channel. These are the blocks that you are needed to cover. Introduction is there of the subject, then there is Grain of Wheat by Gugiwo Thiongo, for which other than the online class you will get additional video too. There is Dance of Forest, there is Bhakti Sidhwa's Ice Candy Man, you will get the video for this too. I'll provide the link in description. A House for Mr. Biswas, this is what we are doing. There is some poetry, then the Solid Mandala, the video is available, and The Stone Angel by Margaret Lawrence. Whenever you start writing an answer, always give the introduction of the novel first, like when it was published, who has written it, and what is the speciality of that novel. Let us go for this one. A House for Mr. Biswas, novel by V.S. Naipaul, राइटर का मेंशन हो गया, देन पब्लिश इन 61, ईयर का मेंशन हो गया. अब उसके बारे में थोड़ा सा बता दीजिए एक लाइन में. In which a poor West Indian Hindu achieves his symbol of success and independence by buying a house. House is the aspiration of or titular character. Now let us know a bit about the writer V.S. Naipaul. This is the full form. Vidyadhar Suraj Prasad, Trinidadian born British writer of work of fiction and non-fiction. And let us know the name of the initial books: The Mystic Monsieur, 1957, The Suffrage of Elvira, this is written in 1958, and Beagle Street, 1959. All these novels, I'll say, are very ironic, very satirical accounts of the life of Caribbean people. साथ ही साथ लाइफ स्पैन भी देख लीजिए राइटर का 1932 to 2008. And now let us talk about this particular book mainly for which he is very famous. This is his fourth novel and published in 1961. This is also set in Trinidad, and this was very important work and won him major recognition. This is the one which made an identity for him. It centers on the main character, Mr. Biswas, the central character, and attempts to, find out his personal identity and establish his independence by buying his own house. I should have my own house. This is what the feeling of this character is. Let us know a bit more about this novel. Novel is about Mohun Biswas. This is the full name of the character, Mohun Biswas, a Hindu Indo-Trinidadian who repeatedly, very regularly struggles for success and is not able to get the success and keeps on failing. Ultimately, he marries into a powerful Tulsi family. He gets married to the girl of a very powerful, very influential, very well-off family, Tulsi. And they start dominating him after the marriage because he's not that influential, he's not that powerful. And finally, he thinks that I should have my own house to continue my identity, to continue my recognition in this world. तो मिलिए हमारे सेंट्रल कैरेक्टर से मोहन बिस्वास. मोहन बिस्वास कैरेक्टर के बारे में जाना जाता है कि इट वाज पार्शियली बेस्ड ऑन वी.एस. नायपॉल्स फादर, श्री प्रसाद नायपॉल. Let us continue the story of Mohan. He was born in rural Trinidad and Tobago in Hindu Indian parents, and his father is a Brahmin. Trinidad and Tobago, you can see officially the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago is the southernmost island country in Caribbean. And his birth was considered inauspicious, कि बुरा शगुन है उनका birth. एक पंडित ने कुछ बताया. Let us see what the pandit told. A pandit prophesies that the newborn child will be a lecher and a spendthrift. बहुत खर्च करवाएगा और successful नहीं होगा ज़्यादा, possibly a liar as well, and that he will eat up his mother and father, and he is the one who will be responsible for the death of his mother and father. So मोहन बिस्वास, जिनका कैरेक्टर उन्होंने बेस किया अपने फादर के ऊपर, पार्शियली नॉट कम्प्लीटली फिक्शनल एलिमेंट्स भी हैं यहाँ पर. So this is what was prophesied at the time of his birth, that this person is not a good seed and he is the one who will eat up his mother and father when grows up. Now the boy is restricted. बहुत restrictions imposed कर दी गई हैं, specifically stay away from trees and water. Mohan one day gets attracted towards water and he loses his way. The father starts searching for him and the father is drowned in the process, and the whole family has to get separated after that. The boy who has never seen water in its natural form, no natural water body, becomes distracted and allows the calf. He was handling a calf that point of time when he got attracted towards this water body, calf of some neighbor. तो जिस काल्फ की देखभाल कर रहे थे वो उसको खुला छोड़ देते हैं. दैट काल्फ गोज वॉन्डरिंग हेयर एंड देयर. मोहन को डर लग जाता है कि मुझसे अपने पड़ोसी का एक बछड़ा खो गया. ही रिमेन्स इन हाइडिंग इन फियर ऑफ पनिशमेंट. फादर ढूंढते हुए आते हैं. उनको लगता है कि माई सन हैड a danger from water as per the prophecy of Panditji and he is drowned, and he keeps searching here and there, and in order to search him he is the one who gets drowned, basically fulfilling Pandit's prophecy. And this leads to the dissolution of the family. The family has to get separated after that because the bread and butter earner of the family is gone. Let us get acquainted with some characters before going further. Raghu, Mohan's father who is dead now, Bipti, Mohan's mother, Tara, Mohan's mother's sister, or in Hindi you can say Mohan's Masi. And Ajodha is the husband of Tara, Bipti's sister's husband. Ajodha. Bipti is mother of Mohan. And Bhandat, Tara's brother-in-law, or you can say brother of Ajodha. ये कैरेक्टर्स अभी थोड़ी देर के लिए इम्पोर्टेंट है हमारे इस वीडियो के लिए. ये सारे कैरेक्टर्स याद रखिए, एक बार फिर से देख लीजिए. Mohan is actually Mohan's sister is sent to live with a wealthy aunt and uncle Tara and Ajodha. मोहन की सिस्टर को तो इनके पास भेज दिया जाता है, and Mohan and his mother and two other older brothers also are there. They go to live with some other relative. Sister is sent to these people. So these are all the relatives. In Indian families में relatives का कितना interference होता है instead of helping someone, that I think everyone knows here. The family's bread and butter earner is gone. Family has fallen apart. Nobody wants to take the responsibility fully, and the boy Mohan is a boy at this age. Mohan is withdrawn prematurely from school and is sent as a trainee to this पंडित जयराम के पास भेज दिया जाता है, but दोनों के terms और behavior match नहीं करते हैं and he is cast out. Jodha, जो कि तारा के husband है. Ajodha then puts him in the care of his alcoholic and abusive brother Bhandar. Ajodha then sends Mohan to live with Bhandar, who is an alcoholic and very abusive, very cruel personality. An arrangement. This arrangement also ends badly. Mohan is not able to live with this person. Finally, the young Mr. Biswas decides to make his own fortune. I'll do something for myself. I do not need to be dependent upon any of the relative. That is what his thought is. Now let us see what he does now. Mohan happens to meet with one of the old school friend, and that school friend gives him some painting signing kind of work. He encounters a friend from school days who helps him get the business of sign writing, signboards writing, and while writing signboards one day, Mohan starts flirting with a girl, Shama, unintentionally. He had no deep feelings for her, but as soon as Shama and her family sees that the boy seems to be interested in Shama, we should get them married. So while on the job, he attempts to romance a client's daughter, and let us see how it gets converted further. This is the end. शमा के साथ फ्लर्ट करने की इन्होंने कोशिश की. The whole family gave him a wedding proposal and nobody listened to his feelings, and ultimately he saw, oh my god, I have got married. He is drawn into a marriage which he does not have the nerve to stop because the family is very influential and everyone forces him to get married to this girl for a better prospectus, and he becomes the member of Tulsi's household. So now he becomes not officially a Tulsi but a member of Tulsi family. Although he was in Trinidad, the whole family was in Trinidad, but he had an Indian blood. In India, husband and wife kind of relationships have a very different equation. Husband is the one generally I'm talking about, not for everyone. Stereotypical mentality of every Indian is that the husband is the bread earner and wife will take care of the domestic chores. But nothing like that happens here. Mr. Biswas is very unhappy with his marriage with his wife Shama because he has no hold over anything. He is not the decision maker in anything. He becomes the part of a very overbearing family and he had to live in their house, which is called Hanuman House. This whole house is a symbol of domination of Mohun Biswas. The Tulsis and the big decaying Hanuman house he becomes a part of. मिस्टर विश्वास is offered a place in this cosmos. इस पूरे ब्रह्मांड में उन्हें थोड़ी सी जगह मिल जाती है इस घर में, लेकिन उनका प्लेस एक सबॉर्डिनेट का रहता है. A subordinate place to be sure, but a place that is guaranteed. You will always be here, but do not expect any kind of advancement for yourself. Stay here as a Gharjamai, as a Damad, the word which is considered to be a taboo in India at least. So Mr. Biswas wants more than being just a Gharjamai. Now the feeling that enters in his heart is my house, my house, my house. I want to have my own house. If I'll have my own house, the whole family will respect me, whole family of Tulsis, and maybe not the whole family, at least my wife Shama will start respecting me. So despite his poor education तो कुछ खास नहीं मिल पाई थी. He was withdrawn from the school prematurely, I told you earlier. He works hard and becomes a journalist and has 4 children with Shama as well, and attempts many a times to build a house for himself, a house which he could call his own, मेरा खुद का घर, a house which will symbolize his independence. And Mr. Biswas' desperate struggle to acquire a house of his own can be linked to an individual's need to identity. हर कोई कहीं ना कहीं किसी ना किसी चीज में अपनी आइडेंटिटी ढूंढता है. मिस्टर विश्वास अपने खुद के घर में अपनी आइडेंटिटी ढूंढना चाहते थे, अपनी फैमिली से रिस्पेक्ट चाहते थे. He feels that only by having his own house, जब मेरा खुद का घर हो जाएगा, he will be able to overcome his feelings of rootlessness and alienation. The first thing, Indian blood. Second thing, living in a different country, foreign country, and then not having his own house, and then not respected by wife and the whole family of wife. So he was in a desperate need to build his own house. Otherwise, he was feeling I do not have any roots and I am so much alienated. Beg, borrow, steal. Anyhow, I want to leave the Tulsi's house, Hanuman house, and I want to have my own house. And finally, with the help of Ajodha, by borrowing from Ajodha, he is able to purchase a house. Although after purchasing, he feels that it is not that worth and poorly constructed, but nothing can be done now. He lives there for 5 years and dies of cardiac arrest. But he is able to give good life to his children. One of the children, Anand, goes abroad to study, and one daughter, Savi, wins a scholarship. And in some way or the other, we can say that he has created his identity. The wife, Shama, also starts respecting him. And perhaps, maybe, he could not achieve much for which he struggled throughout his life, but he was able to give his children a good life. The basic theme of this novel is that house is the biggest identity, biggest recognition for at least an Indian person. And this novel is also diasporic. Diasporic means the troubles of those who got migrated from their original country. We will get to learn about the diasporic in the next part of the video. Please wait for that. So that is it for this part of the video. You may join the class to cover the topics in detail along with the PDF and live sessions. Thanks for watching. Best of luck for exam and please do not forget to share and subscribe the channel.